This is UploadVR in case you missed it for November 15th, 2024. Out now on all platforms, Update 4.0 for the Light Brigade adds the Saboteur class. Developer Funktronic Labs describes him as a gunslinger armed with an SW500 revolver. And he's also equipped with a timepiece that cloaks and deploys a dead ringer for stealthy escapes. Alongside the Saboteur, today's new update also introduces Memorial Grounds, a new procedurally generated world set across a war-torn military crypt. The Light Brigade Phantom of Time update is also available now on the MetaQuest platform, PSVR 2, and PCVR. Skydance's Behemoth won't be on Steam at launch. Skydance Games states that the game will be released digitally on December 5th with the PCVR experience available through the MetaQuest link cable on day one. The studio also mentions that additional PCVR platforms will follow at a later date. Skydance says a physical edition of Behemoth on PlayStation 5 will arrive on February 6, 2025, 2 months after the digital launch. Little Cities Diorama, a reimagined mixed reality version of the city-building game released on Quest 2 in 2022, launches on Apple Vision Pro this December. Little Cities Diorama comes out of a collaboration between the original game's developer Purple Yonder and one of InDream's internal studios, Near Light. Following earlier entries Little Cities on MetaQuest and Little Cities Bigger for PlayStation VR 2, Diorama leverages Apple Vision Pro's spatial capabilities to let players build and manage small cities in your own room. From December 5th, Little Cities Diorama will be available through Apple Arcade, the $7 a month game subscription service similar to Xbox Game Pass, but for Apple devices. Ember Souls, the Assassin's Creed and Prince of Persia inspired hack and slash, arrives next week on Quest. Developed by Virtual Age, who previously released Guardians Frontline last year, Ember Souls promises intense physics-based combat with over 20 weapons, magical abilities gained through Ember Stones, and various parkour challenges as you scale walls or evade traps. Ember Souls has 3 modes. The campaign promises 15 different levels across 5 different realms. Raid mode features procedurally generated maps that sees you competing for the highest scores. And finally, the sandbox training arena lets you test out combat techniques and abilities as you see fit. Ember Souls arrives on the MetaQuest platform for $25 on November 21st. The Steam release date remains unconfirmed. What was formerly VRSO Bare Knuckles Fighting becomes Boxing Underdog, and it comes out this month on Quest platforms. Originally announced last year, the game now focuses on a more professional boxing experience, though an authentic bare knuckles mode is still available for anyone looking forward to the original version of VRSO boxing. Boxing Underdog has been made with authentic boxing techniques in mind, alongside adaptive AI enemies, an optional multiplayer mode, and promises of modding support on the game's future roadmap. Boxing Underdog arrives this month on the MetaQuest platform. The PSVR 2 and PCVR editions target a Q1-Q2 2025 launch. Zombie Army VR has been delayed until next year. Originally targeting a 2024 launch on Quest, PCVR, and PlayStation VR 2, publisher Rebellion confirmed that the latest entry in the Sniper Elite spin-off series will now arrive next year. No specific reason was provided for this delay, though it's worth noting that developer XR Games recently announced a large-scale restructuring. Zombie Army VR will reach PSVR 2, Quest, and PCVR in 2025. Apple's Final Cut Pro video editing software for Mac now supports editing spatial videos. Final Cut Pro 11 for Mac is out right now, and it includes the ability to import and edit spatial videos, add effects and titles with adjustable depth, and make color corrections that apply to both views. Spatial video projects can be previewed instantly on Apple Vision Pro, including when connected via Mac Virtual Display. The update also brings new AI-powered features to Final Cut Pro, including the magnetic mask, which automatically segments people and objects without the need for a green screen or rotoscoping, and automatic captioning with a very low error rate. Final Cut Pro for Mac is available for $300 on the Mac App Store. Resolution Games announces Gears and Goo, a new mixed reality tower defense game for the Apple Vision Pro. Command your workers to gather resources, man turrets, and send out waves of troops as you strategically place spells and unleash chaos on the battlefield. Build your base, unlock new units, and watch the mayhem unfold as your miniature armies clash. On January 9th, Gears and Goo will be available through Apple Arcade, the $7 a month Game Pass subscription service similar to Xbox Game Pass, but for Apple devices. Meta shows off Orion's AR operating system interface. The Orion AR glasses prototype was presented at MetaConnect 2024 in September. As part of the Orion effort, Meta said it put together a prototype operating system, including user interface and key apps in the months leading up to the Connect reveal. The new video shows off this interface as well as some of those apps. With the first consumer product reportedly slated for 2027, Meta will be spending the next 3 years figuring out what interfaces and approaches suit the unique form factor of the AR glasses.